Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here, and today it is Whip and Chat Day. So get whatever you're working on, coloring, cross-stitching, whatever, and come chit chat with me or listen to me jibber jabber for the next however long it decides to make this video. Either way, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This canvas is actually going to be considered my Drills and Chills canvas. And if you missed that on Instagram or my Facebook group, Crafters Anonymous with Miss Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray, the canvas is going to be the one I got from Heartful Diamonds, which is this one. It is a 40 by 60 round of the show Death Note. And I figured since the two guys on the side look creepy, why not make it for Drills and Chills? Because I wanted to participate. I don't want to like win any contest or anything. I don't want any of that. I just want to participate. So, because I love Halloween and it's just absolutely ghoulish. So I decided I'll do this one for Drills and Chills. So are you guys participating in Drills and Chills? And if you don't know what Drills and Chills is, it's a community event hosted by Tiny Worlds of Wonder and Distracted by Diamonds. There are two other YouTubers here. If you go over to their channels and watch their Drills and Chills video, they'll have the entire explanation of how you two can join in the fun. And I believe all you really have to do is get a canvas that is either autumn or Halloween themed. And if you have Instagram, you would tag, hashtag Drills and Chills. And I'm guessing that's what you have to do, but I'm not 100%, sure on that. So you just go over to Distracted by Diamonds or Tiny Worlds of Wonder and go check them out. And they will have all the information there on how you can join in the fun. And they will be doing contests and giving out prizes and stuff. Again, I don't want any parts of that. I'll leave that to you guys. I just want to work on a canvas with everybody. And you can do whatever canvas you want again, as long as it's Halloween related or autumn related. So like if you do have like fall trees or something. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully, if I know a lot of you saw my unboxing earlier of the adorable canvas. As you guys know, I like to put the first drills on with you guys, so I didn't start this yet. I know you guys just saw the unboxing of the adorable canvas from Pinky Stickers. Love her one, because she has picked a better canvas. I was going to start that one, but I really want to get this one finished, and it's a round. So I'm still in my round kick right now. So I didn't want to start a square just yet. So I will start that probably after Soul Keeper. But I promise you guys we'll see that done sooner than later, because like you guys all said, and I thought too, it was freaking adorable. So yeah, so I wanted to work on Heartful Diamonds. That, and I did have a couple people, of course, ask, where did she get the canvas? Even though I stated numerous times, I have no clue where she got the canvas. Again, if you would like to know where she got the canvas, go bug Pinky Stickers. I'm pretty sure at this point, she's getting a lot of questions as to that canvas. So, again, thank you to Pinky Stickers for that, because that was completely adorable. And it was just so fitting, because it had like the crown on there and everything else. And it's funny because I was watching Stitcherista yesterday and she was talking about people, leaving her mean comments. Now, I'm usually pretty good. Like, I usually don't get a lot of mean comments. Every once in a while, I will get that person that has a comment that's borderline them being a butthole. But I just kind of, let it chat my buns for a few minutes and then I move on with my life. But I got one the other day. And I told her, I'm like, I get thumbs down on all my videos. I've actually had someone who's a diamond painter that subscribed to my channel message me and tell me that they thumbs down every one of my coloring videos because they think it's dumb that a grown woman is coloring like a child. Why don't I just go back to what I'm good at, which is diamond painting? And to that, I'm like, well, now just because you decided to be a butthole, there's going to be a lot more coloring being shown on the channel. You're welcome. Everybody does more than one craft. And even though your favorite YouTuber, sorry, I gotta pull that off the glue. Even though your favorite YouTuber might not be doing the craft that you want them to do, you have to remember, we're not robots, okay? We have feelings, we have lives, we have all kinds of stuff going on. And so if we don't feel like doing something, we're not gonna do it just because you, one person out of how many subscribers we have, decides that you think you know better than us and you want us to do it. If you want me to do a particular craft, Why don't you do it yourself? Make a YouTube channel and then do that craft. Until then, I will do whatever craft I decide to do. So if I decide to color, I'll color. If I decide to crochet, I'll crochet. If I decide to diamond paint, I'll diamond paint. But like I say in my intro video, which I do need to redo. Like I say in my intro video, this is my channel. I do what I want. And if you don't like it, kick bricks. So, with that being said, I do appreciate you all being here. But I'm not going to tolerate people coming to my channel telling me what to do because they feel that they don't like the fact that I color on my channel. Well, guess what? Again, that unsubscribe button is there for a reason. So yeah, like I don't like it when people decide they know what you should do. Like last time I checked, like they said, I'm a grown woman and I'm having somebody who I don't know, whose name I've never seen before, pop up in my channel and they're like, aren't you embarrassed that you're coloring like a children color? I think it's time for you to get back to what you're good at, which is diamond painting. And I'm like, why don't you go crawl back into your dark hole, troll? These things irritate YouTubers. And I don't know why people seem to think that adding their 2 little cents in is going to be like, oh my gosh, this person, I don't know who this is, but I have to listen to them because they know better than me about my channel. And it's always that one person that they're like, I've been on your channel for a while, but then you look at the name and you're like, I've never seen you on here before ever. Like, I know there's people that, you know, watch videos and they don't comment or anything like that. I do that to a lot of videos because if I had to comment on every video I watched, I would burn YouTube down to the ground. So I was just kind of like, yeah, no, now because you want to be a butthole, yeah, now I'm going to be featuring a lot more coloring on the channel. And I was taking a break from diamond painting, one, because I was burnt out. I didn't want to do it anymore. Now, I'm cool that I took my break. I started working on my crochet blanket that I had to start on. I have been coloring quite a few pages lately, getting some more coloring supplies in. I really enjoy coloring, so that's what I've been doing. And I wasn't enjoying diamond painting anymore because I had people pressuring me to do stuff that I didn't want to do. Like you know, if you are going to pressure, if you send somebody something and then spend the next however long asking them when they're going to work on it, more than likely that'll make them not want to work on it. So, you know, all I have to ask is if you're going to send me a canvas or something, please don't expect me to get to it anytime soon. Like, I literally have a subscriber that has been asking me when I was going to get to a canvas that she sent me. And I had fully intended on getting to that canvas soon, but because she kept bugging me about it, I got so frustrated. I was like, you know what? At this point, I just want to send it back to her for her to complete herself because I don't want the added pressure. So, I mean, I didn't, but having somebody tell you what to do, when am I supposed to be able to do what I want to do? Last time I checked, I started this channel. I've done everything on this channel by myself, and then I have random people telling me what canvas I need to work on and what I should do and what I shouldn't do and this and that. And I'm like, that don't fly right with me. So yeah, sorry, this might be a little bit more of a ranty video because there's a lot of frustration in me right now that I just need to get out to you guys. Like, you guys are great listeners. So like, I'm just gonna, you know, air some dirty laundry and stuff to you guys today. Don't worry, there's more happy talk. I got to talk about the kids and stuff going on. I don't know how long this whip chat's going to be. I always say that, or I say that sometimes, but today Mr. Coffee's home because he had a tooth pulled yesterday and it hurt like hell, and so he's still here because when he woke up this morning, he was just like, I can't go to work like this. I'm hungry. He hasn't been able to eat. I even made him mashed potatoes because I know somebody's going to be like, did you feed him mashed potatoes? Y'all love making sure Mr. Coffee gets his mashed potatoes. I tried making him mashed potatoes yesterday. He only ate half of them. And it was the first time I've ever seen my husband in 10 years throw away mashed potatoes. So I knew he wasn't feeling well. So he's home today. So I don't know when he's going to wake up. And I'm pretty sure hearing me chitter-chatter out here, he might be waking up at some point. So it might be half just me and half Mr. Coffee in here with his 2 cents. But Mr. Coffee's home today. So yeah, back to, you know, YouTube matters. And then I have, on top of everything else, I'm hearing a lot of chitter chatter about this Victoria's Moon stuff. And I do have an update on the Victoria's Moon canvas from Christy Duggar, which is the person that, you know, won the Collaborate with Miss Coffee canvas from Victoria's Moon. She started working on it. I will try to remember to add a picture at the end of this video. But I'm seeing a lot of people that, you know, the ones that have given them great reviews and, oh, this company is great, try them out. And then they start working on it and they're like, this is garbage. And I'm like, yeah, it's garbage. Sad part is there's a few people in our community that are making people choose sides over a free canvas. And I don't like that. It's the reason why, like, YouTube has gotten really clicky lately. Like, there's clicks for everything. If you like Victoria's Moon, there's a click. If you don't like me, there's a click. If you don't like this person, there's a click. And I'm like, what? Are we in high school? Like, our community, you know, was a great community when I first started in the community. Everybody was nice and pleasant. And then you started getting these people with their hand out. And I am not a big fan of people who want handouts. I'm also not a big fan of coat tellers. If you don't know what a coat teller is, it's someone who seems to find a way to try to ride the coattails of your success. So, like, they'll leave a comment, but it's a comment something like, you know, well, in my video, I did this, but I like the way you did it in your video, so I might try to make a video like that. Like, they always have something to say about their channel in your comment section. I'm not a big fan of coat tellers, and you know, it happens sometimes. You know, it is what it is. The YouTube land is big enough for all of us, but I don't think I would ever go on somebody's channel and rudely state that I have a channel. And, you know, I've done this on my channel. Like, I've had a woman before who would leave me comments, and I would get highly offended because she would leave comments and she'd be like, oh, I've done that on my channel. Here's a link for it. Excuse me? YouTube land is big enough for all of us, but not for if you can't seem to drum up subscribers on your own, so you feel the need to go to everybody's comment section and write about your channel in their comment section. Or the only thing you really talk about is your channel anywhere, in lives, in comments, you know, in people's groups, stuff like that. And I don't have patience for that, because, you know, I was taught that hard work pays off. You know, you put the work in, you see the results. Not, let's take the easy way out and, oh, well, this person has so many subscribers. Yeah, no, I don't like that. And I don't like the fact that over a free canvas, you know, one, everybody starting to see how suspicious it was that everybody and their mama got a free canvas. And I was told that, you know, they had asked a few YouTubers to point out some channels to, you know, send canvases to. Well, that turned into everybody and their mama got a free canvas. Well, except for Becky, which she lucked out on that one. She dodged that bullet. But then everybody started getting really clicky, and then there are people going after people because how dare you give them a bad review. And I even had Diamond Painting Dreamer in my comment section saying that I didn't give them a fair review for the second review I gave them, because, you know, I had already seemed like I had, you know, something against them with the beginning of the video, seeing as how they had asked me to take down my review, and I told them no. And I thought I gave them a pretty fair review. I wasn't, like, mean or spiteful to them because of, you know, my first canvas. I'm not usually mean or spiteful to a company because, you know, it's, one, it didn't come out of my pocket, so I don't care. They just wasted their time and money and resources to send me a free canvas, so why would I be salty about it? But I thought the review was fair, and I just told her, you know, if you don't like it, don't watch. I have no problem, you know, I have no problem if, you know, a company sends something and it's bad. And then I'm just like, oh, well, you know, this is horrible. And then, you know, I had a few people that were like, maybe it happened in customs, and maybe, you know, and then there's always all of these excuses, and nobody's given this company a fair shot. And I'm like, then you order from them. And this free canvas crap has literally divided our community. Like, we are literally in a community where you're either part of the clique, and the one clique is like I call them the pity party train, And essentially all it is a bunch of people that have nothing but, you know, sadness to bring to the world, and everything is sad and depressing, and, you know, prayers for this person. And, you know, I understand everybody has their problems. I have my problems. I have health issues. You would never know about it, but I have my own health issues. I have my own battles, and that's not talking about like with the kids. That's talking about with me in general. But I don't feel the need to go to every live stream and error that, you know, I'm dying, or that I have this, or, you know, trying to get sympathy for people, because then people will play on that sympathy to get free stuff. And I see it happening in our community, and it's so sad. It's so sad. And then on top of that, you have people that are, I have people that come into my live streams and stuff, and they're like, holy cow, there's this many people in here, or holy cow, did you see that this many people have watched your videos? And I'm like, I don't know how to say it nicely. Like, I'm constantly having to stop myself before I say stuff, because, you know, normal Miss Coffee would just, you know, spurt something out. Like, if somebody comes out saying something like that, I'm like, yeah, so what? Who cares? Like, and where I do care about my numbers, obviously I care about my numbers. When I'm in a live stream, I don't care about how many people are in there. I could be sitting in there talking to myself, and I'd be perfectly happy. But I don't like it when people come in and they're like, you have so many people in your live stream, and there's never anybody in mine. Coat Taylor. Boom. So, like, I don't know. And I think part of it's because it makes me feel weird, because then I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, push and tell everybody to go to your live stream? Like, I don't understand it. And it seems like this new wave of YouTuber is, and not all of them, because I did have a young lady message me, and she said, you know, I kind of hurt her feelings a little bit when I said that all new YouTubers are just wanting freebies. And that is not at all what I mean. If you are a new YouTuber and you're busting your butt like some of us have had to do to get subscribers, and, you know, you're doing it the honest way, kudos to you. But there are a lot of new YouTubers on YouTube, for whatever reason they're on here. And I just posed this question. Have you made a video with less than 100 subscribers asking for friend mail? If you have, then this part of the video is for you. Because, you know, the last thing you should worry about when you're a new YouTuber is people sending you free stuff. You should be worried about, you know, producing good content. You should be worried about, you know, if half these people worried about producing good content as they do about health concerns of others and everything else, there'd be a lot more really good channels on YouTube, instead of a lot of mediocre channels that want you to feel bad for them because they don't have a lot of subscribers and want you to subscribe, and then you go to watch a video and you can barely, like, watch it because it's not a good video. And you guys know, Miss Coffee tells it how it is, so, you know, don't even act shocked, don't clutch pearls. Like, you knew this video was coming, because Miss Coffee, when Miss Coffee has had enough, Miss Coffee has had enough. And I've had enough. Like, I'm so sick of seeing these crying YouTubers and, oh, well, I need my subscribers to send me stuff because, you know, I have children with ailments, and I have this and I have that. And I'm like, chick, look here. I have kids with ailments too. Matter of fact, my son almost went to the emergency room this weekend because he has asthma and had an asthma attack this weekend. Am I going to put that on my channel with please send me free canvases? No, I'm not. No, I am not. And this is one of those instances, folks, where if the shoe fits, lace that bitch up. Okay? Okay. So I don't understand why this new wave of YouTuber is just out for freebies. Me personally, I believe that if you are a YouTuber and can't afford to get supplies, then you get crafty. You're not creating a craft channel for handouts. Like, if that's the case, get a pen pal. Don't come to YouTube with this sense of entitlement, like the world owes you this because you have a child that is sick, or because you were born with a specific disability, and think that, you know, hey, people should give me free stuff because I have this going on. No, they shouldn't. That's not how this works. YouTube is not a soup kitchen. is the best way I can put it. This is not a soup kitchen. Don't immediately make a channel thinking that you're going to start one day and then immediately start getting people from companies asking you to review their products. Most companies, most good companies, don't ask you to review their products until they've seen you've had enough viewers or views on your videos to warrant you showing their product. Because if you have, okay, say you have 20 videos on your channel. You're a new YouTuber. You have 20 videos on your channel, okay? You have 20 videos. Each video has two views. Say a company was looking for someone to, show their work. Are they going to go to the channel that has 2 views? Or are they going to go to the channel that has 2,000 views? That's the perspective that a lot of these YouTubers aren't thinking of. And they're thinking, oh, if I just make a YouTube, people will send me free stuff. No. You also don't go to YouTubers and go, hey, you know what I think would be really nice? If you sent me friend mail. I have had this asked, I get this asked actually quite often. I actually had one lady that literally said, and I quote, if you don't want to come off as a bitch, why don't you send me some friend mail? Because that might make you look a little nicer. And yeah, she's a YouTuber. And my jaw dropped because I'm like, people really think that about me? Awesome. Like, I don't care if people think I'm mean. I don't care if people are like, oh, I don't watch Miss Coffee because she's just so rude and she calls people out. Yeah, but I'm one of the few YouTubers that if I have beef with someone, you're going to know who it is. I don't play this, I'm going to keep you in suspense and have you guessing who I'm talking about. No. If Miss Coffee got beef, everybody's going to know who the beef is with, why I have the beef, and why I feel the way I feel. And if that person would like to come to me after, because I'm pretty sure by that time, if I have to air it on my channel, by that time I've tried to air it out with that person and they have chosen to not work things out with me, which is fine. Because, I've done it once with a YouTuber. Her and I still don't speak. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Like, my life is not going to be over because I don't talk to one particular person. And not everybody has to like me. I'm not a likable person. I'm a very mean person, apparently. Like, I get that. I've gotten that my entire life because I have such a personality that is very strong and confident. I get that a lot, that I'm a mean and scary person and people are scared to come and approach me. That is fine. That is perfectly fine. But don't then approach me asking for a handout and then go behind my back like I'm not going to hear that you're talking crap about me and go, oh, well, Miss Coffee's being a bitch because she wouldn't send me friend mail. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you don't know what I do in my off time. Nobody does. Nobody does. I actually donated over half the canvases that I had in that stash video you guys just seen not too long ago. I donated half my canvases to different places. Random people. People I don't even know. And for someone who's made a channel who just wants handouts to get upset with me because I refuse to give them one, ooh, that sucks. And don't worry, if you've ever sent me a canvas as a gift, I would never give that away. I only give away canvases that I have purchased with my own money. So if you've ever given me a canvas as a gift, it's still here. So yeah, so like YouTube is getting really clicky and it's getting on my nerves. And I made the comment in Wolfpack Diamond Paintings Live last week that I think I'm starting to slowly get out of the diamond painting community and kind of go into the coloring community. Because where I'm sure all communities have their issues, I'm just tired of the drama. Aren't you guys? Like, I'm tired of the drama. This YouTuber is beefing with this YouTuber. This YouTuber doesn't like this YouTuber because they gave them a bad review on a free canvas. This YouTuber doesn't like to do this. This YouTuber does that. This YouTuber isn't nice and she doesn't have any sympathy for those folks that have ailments. This YouTuber doesn't like this. This YouTuber doesn't like that. And I've literally watched a live the other day because I like to lurk a lot. I watched a live the other day and it was literally nothing but the biggest pity party train you can ever think of. Like, there's just everybody and their mama was in there. Oh, my leg is falling off. Oh, my head is bursting. Oh, this. And they're like, I understand And I like the fact that people feel comfortable enough to come on to YouTube, a public platform like this, and air out all their, ailments to the world. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And I do have sympathy and sympathize with those who have ailments because, again, I have my own. Again, you won't know about it because they're my ailments, which is why it's called my ailments. Just like self-esteem. It's called self-esteem, not what everybody else thinks esteem. So where I like the fact that people get comfortable enough with YouTubers to, let us know that they're not in good health. And, I don't mind praying for someone. I'm not a really religious person. I'm not a church-going person. I wouldn't quite call myself an atheist, but if there was like a borderline to that, that's what I am. I don't force religion onto my children. For those that are like, oh, Miss Coffee's not... My oldest daughter is baptized. She was baptized at her church, but my younger two are not. Because we want them to find their own path. Where Minna wasn't able to find her own path, her father found her path for her. The youngest two will find their own path. And they're doing just fine with it. Like, believe me, we're not going there. Anyways. Sorry. Sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath, It's hard because... I'm seeing our community that went from everybody being happy. And when you spreading that negativity around YouTube, which some could say that this video is negative, that's fine, do your thing. But spreading negativity like that, for those folks like me that suffer from depression and anxiety and all that kind of fun stuff, all you're doing is fueling that depression and anxiety. Because think of it like this, you're already depressed. Why? Because life isn't going the way you would like for it to go. You're not a millionaire. You can't afford everything you want. Life's depressing. For whatever reason, for you, it's depressing. Now, I personally will not watch sad videos on YouTube. What does that mean? That means if you make a video and I deem it as being sad or something that's depressing or a depressing topic, I won't watch it. Because I don't need to get even more depressed about a situation that is beyond my control. So, like, I've seen, I've watched videos where people talk about, like, ailments and, family drama. And drama, okay, that's one thing. But, like, when it comes down to simply, like, it's gone borderline pity party train, like, pity me, I'm so sad, I just want attention. Here's all my life story and stuff. That is what I can't handle. I can't do it. I have enough problems where I don't need to be worried about somebody else's problem and getting myself sad and depressed over that. Again, I do sympathize with folks. So don't think I'm sitting over here like, oh my God, I'm better than you, so you suck. No, that is not the case. But I'm pretty sure some of you will take it that way. But it's one of those things where, there's a fine line between, informing people and riding the pity party train. And I've seen people, ride that pity party train and they're like, I can't afford to buy diamond paintings because, for this reason, for my family isn't doing well, financial issues. And they're riding that pity party train trying to get, essentially pulling at people's heartstrings to make them feel bad for them so that they'll send them a canvas. Now you got to think, every YouTuber has a stash. So even if today something, God forbid, were to happen to one of my kids and I couldn't afford to buy diamond paintings anymore, I'm not going to then come on YouTube and make the saddest video ever about how I can't afford diamond paintings to make people feel obligated to buy me diamond paintings. Because I have a stash of diamond paintings in there. And unless I literally was on my last diamond painting, even if I was, that's my business. If I can't fund my channel, that is my problem. But I've watched people go and do this. They'll pull at people's heartstrings for free canvases because they can't afford them, but their nails are done. And if you're a woman, even if you're a man that has a woman, getting your nails done is not cheap, okay? It's not cheap. So if you're sitting here, oh, pity me, I have to have this many surgeries, I have to have this. One, it's depressing. It's depressing and it's making it makes some people uncomfortable. I'm one of those people. I cannot sit in a live stream or watch a video where the entire video is just the most sad, depressing news you can possibly think of. I can't do it. My personal preference. That's why you guys usually see happy, upbeat videos from me, because there's enough depressing crap going on in this world that when you come by my channel, I would like you to take time to stop thinking about all those worries, to stop, obsessing and, getting yourself worked up over issues that you can't solve for yourself. Like, you can't solve world hunger. You can't solve all the world's issues. So when you come by my channel, I like for my channel to be an escape. That's why my channel is the way it is, because my channel is more of an escape type channel. It's not a pity me because, my child has epilepsy. Pity me because my child has asthma. Pity me because my husband's never home. It's nothing like that. And I'm going to just say this now, because I probably should have said it before, if you've made it through it this far. I'm not targeting anyone in general. Like, there's nobody specifically in my mind that I'm talking about. So please don't go back to people, which I'm pretty sure some of you drama mules will. Please don't go back to people and be like, oh, Miss Coffee was talking about you in her video, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not talking about really anybody in general. These are just vague statements. Take them how you will, but they're literally just vague statements. All right, coffee break. But because they're vague statements, people will twist and turn them however they want to see them. And then, the backlash comes. And you know what? I'm so used to the backlash at this point. That's why I call myself the most hated YouTuber on YouTube. Or at least in our community. Because I fear no one. If you ever have, problems with me, or you don't like something I do, please feel free to contact me. I've had numerous people contact me to tell me that they didn't like something I did and they unsubscribed, or they didn't like something I did and, I'm being whatever. And I'm just like, well, thank you. I appreciate you coming to me. Have a nice day. Like, there's nothing I can do about how somebody feels about something I do. I can only control me. That's it. Like, I can't control anybody else. So, like, when all this negativity is happening, instead of, me being that person and commenting on those videos and being like, do you ever have anything nice to say? Do you ever have anything uplifting to say? Do you ever have any words of encouragement? Instead of making the world a sadder place with, all this sad news and, dogs dying and this and that, do you ever have, like, what if one of your subscribers is having a bad day? And they come to your channel and you're going on and on and on and on about every ailment under the sun that you have and how, it's affecting this. And like giving updates is one thing. Like, perfect example, love her to death. Pretty in Polka Dots. Pretty in Polka Dots injured herself a little while ago. Okay. She pinched a nerve in her neck or her hand or something. And she made an update video letting her subscribers know that she wouldn't be able to diamond paint or craft a whole lot because she had to get, stuff done for that. But through all that and all the issues she's been having, battling her own depression and everything else, she still is pumping out videos left and right. Like, she does hauls for candles because she's giving me life right now with those candle hauls right now. I swear I can smell those candles through the screen. But she's not on there like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not doing too well. Let me spend the next hour of your life telling you how sad and depressing my life is. No, she gives you life updates. She goes, hey, this is what the doctor had to say. I'm doing okay. Thank you guys for, commenting, asking how I'm doing. And then she moves on with her video. She doesn't spend the whole video, like, riding the party train, having you guys jump on the caboose to send her stuff. She's just like, here's what's going on since you guys have asked. Here's what's going on. Let's move on now. And I understand people do things differently, and that's fine. But me personally, like, I'll have people be like, oh, Miss Coffee, did you see this video? No. And I tell people all the time, no. One, because Miss Coffee can't watch all the videos, okay? I have a life, okay? So I can't watch all the videos. And a lot of the time, I don't I'm slowly starting to back off of electronics because I'm on them so much. And I like to spend time with my kids. And Maggie's birthday is coming up on the 12th of September. And she has asked for Barbies. What you don't understand is I'm super freaking excited about this because I've waited 7 long years for Maggie to get into Barbies because I love Barbies. And if you think for a second that after her birthday and she gets these Barbies, that I'm going to be spending all my time on YouTube, you are sadly mistaken. I will pop into a live or two, but my life after her birthday will be Barbie Playhouse. Come on, Skipper. Let's go. Like, I freaking love Barbies. Don't judge me. I am a big kid. I am aware of this, and that's why I have children to play with, because then it doesn't make me look like such a big kid. Either way. But I don't like watching sad and depressing videos. If I'm having a bad day, the last thing I want to watch is someone going on and 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 on about how sad and depressing their life is. Everybody has sad and depressing lives at some point. Just remember, it's a bad day, not a bad life. There are people that didn't wake up that day. And, you know, some people can't let go of the fact that they have arthritis or they have, you know, whatever element they have. I mean, look at Diamond Art Addiction. Did I say her name right? Diamond Art Addiction. Yeah, Diamond Art Addiction. I don't remember exactly what she has. But she even put up a post the other day and she's like, I'm fine. What'd she say? I'm fine. I'm not going to let this define me. And I told her, don't let the disease define you. Let your subscribers see you getting over and being able to overcome what exactly you have going on. Like, I think it's MS. Like, I don't want to misspeak and then, like, give her herpes and she'd be like, Miss Coffee, did you give me herpes? I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't remember what you said. I want to say it's MS. And I should know this because she told me. But people tell me lots of things all day. So I'm sorry, Diamond Art Addiction. If you do not have MS, I hope you don't get herpes because I didn't say you had herpes, but, you know, it's my favorite STD. And I don't want it, but it's just my favorite. I'm weird like that. Don't judge me. Anyways, but yeah, so like she'll mention it and then she'll go on about her life. Now, I'm going to honestly admit I don't watch every single last one of her videos. Just like I'm sure she doesn't watch every single last one of my videos. You know how many videos, you know, I literally would never get off YouTube. And she puts up videos every day like I do, except for she does weekends. So I can't watch every single last one of her videos. And if I miss a video, unless it says something awesome on it, I'm not going to go back and watch it. Like, I don't rewatch lives. I don't go back and rewatch lives. One, because I can't interact. So what if I have something funny to say? I'm going to just randomly write it down in the comments? Like, I don't know. That's just how I am. But I don't want to go to a video and then spend the whole time feeling bad for this person because they feel bad for themselves. Like, I'm here to lift people up. I'm here to give them a good laugh. I'm here to, you know, make it where you forget about your problems, even if for a little while. You forget about the fact that you're lonely or sad or hurt or, you know, what have you. You forget about that for a little while and you can have fun listening to my videos and watch them on, you know, repeat and just have a good time. Not any of this sad, sappy, oh, I lost my foot in the war and my eyeball popped out and stuff like, no. I cannot and will not run my channel that way. And I typically tend to veer away from videos like that because I already suffered from depression. Do I really need to get depressed over somebody else's problems? And do you need to overshare your problems on YouTube? Like, this is not the place. Get a pen pal, folks. Get a pen pal. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like what I have to say, but you know what? That's every day. Like, again, I get thumbs down on every one of my videos. So, like, sorry, the sun is, like, attacking me right now. But I get a thumbs down on every one of my videos. And there are either people that don't like me, people that are jealous of my channel, people that, you know, just, I don't know, for whatever reason. You know, I don't care about the thumbs down. You know, you can thumbs down the videos all day. That just pushes them out more to YouTubers or to the recommended. So every time, you know, I get more than 4 or 5 thumbs down on a video, I just get pushed up into recommended. So, like, you know, that really honestly does not bother me. What does bother me is when you do it and you're cowardice enough to leave the thumbs down but not say why. Well, I should say that used to bother me. Now I don't really give a crap. I know there's a particular YouTuber that literally thumbs down every single last one of my videos. It's probably not the person you guys are thinking of, but she is essentially, it's a jealousy thing. It's a jealousy thing, and there's nothing I can do for her. Like, her ass is chapped by my just mere existence, and there's nothing I can do for her. And I've tried talking to this person, and she wants to hear nothing I have to say. I wasn't rude or anything to this person. This person was actually rude to me, and then I confronted them and they didn't like it, so now they thumbs down all my videos. Okay, well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So yeah, like, I'm tired of the drama on YouTube. I'm tired of the clicks. I'm tired of this not being a community where I can have fun. And I get people all the time that are like, well, you never even, you know, you're not even really part of the community because you never participate in like the DP-a-thon and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, look, the DP-a-thon was created so that littler channels can grow. How is me doing the DP-a-thon making my channel grow? I'm not a little YouTuber, and I forget that at times because I don't know, my mindset's just like, you're still a little YouTuber. I'm not a little YouTuber. I am aware of this. I don't want to get a big head about it because, you know, again, I can't pay my bills with YouTube subscribers, so I don't really, you know, pay attention. But to some people, this is a popularity contest, and they're all about subscribers. And, oh, I have this many subscribers. Oh, I have this many subscribers. So, again, can you pay your bills with that? Can you fix any of your ailments with that? No? Then it doesn't really matter. I mean, once you hit, it's kind of like age. Once you hit past a certain number, your numbers, where they kind of matter, but not really. Like, it's not anything like, you know, you should write home and call the mom about, like, just in my opinion. If you know, everybody has a different opinion, you know, you do your thing. And again, it's just these are my opinions. So if you don't like it, you know, it is what it is. Like, not everybody's gonna like me. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I get people. I literally watched a lady this past weekend unsubscribe and resubscribe to my channel 6 times. I don't know if she was confused. I don't know if she was on the fence about it. But I literally, for about an hour, watched this lady unsubscribe. And then, I didn't see her unsubscribe. But I got the notification that she was unsubscribing and then resubscribing. And I'm like, at this point, you know, pick or choose, woman. Like, you either want to continue watching my videos or you don't. Like, I almost felt like she watched the video and was like, oh, I don't like this video, I'm going to unsubscribe. Oh, but I like this video, I'm going to subscribe. Pick one! Ha! Sorry. But when my phone's going off constantly when I'm trying to eat dinner or something, yeah. And I know a lot of people are like, well, put your phone on silent. Why do I have to put my phone on silent? Why can't people just respect my space? Like this morning, good night. Stitcherista, I'm infused with Stitcherista right now. Good night, okay? 1, I think people forget that it is school time for my children. I got 6 messages at 4 a.m. Hey, are you awake? I have small children that go to school. No, I'm not awake. But, Miss Coffee is smart enough to shut the volume off on her phone at night. So every night at a certain time, my phone goes silent. Unless I was already talking to you before that time, Miss Coffee is no longer available, and she will talk to you in the morning. I got a message about a company wanting to do a collaboration. They have paint with numbers and stamp dies or something, and they're like, we'd like to send you a product. You were referred to us by such and such, and then such and such messaged me at 4 in the morning. I'm like, what is this, the witching hour? No, I don't just review random products to get free stuff. 1, because that's more clutter and garbage for my house. I do not work with stamps and dies. I do not do paint with numbers. If you would like to work with paint with numbers with a YouTuber, please contact Rachel Ray or Jeremy Fryer, seeing as how those are the only 2 YouTubers I've seen besides Diamond in the Rough that do paint by numbers. And they're just like, oh, well, you don't want to try it? No, I don't. I'm not one of those YouTubers that will try just about anything. Now, if it benefits me, like if it's something I will actually use, then yes. Like yesterday I was watching Sister Risa. She did a video about t-shirts from a company. I don't remember the name of the company, but the t-shirts were cute though. And I was like, yeah, now like something like that. Like if a company contacted me and they're like, hey, we have some shirts that we would like for you to try to show your subscribers. Okay, I like shirts. I wear shirts. Sure, I'll do shirts. Hey, we have some shoes. You know, just stuff that I would actually use. If somebody were to come up to me and go, hey, I have suntan lotion or tanning lotion that I would like to see if you would, you know, show your subscribers. One, I know nothing about tanning, okay? I'm already dark. I don't need to get darker. Two, if it has nothing to do with my channel, and my favorite is that these companies will contact you and they're like, we watched your videos. No, you haven't. You're lying. And then when you ask them for proof, they'll tell you, of course, the last video you put up. And I'm like, no. Have I ever reviewed a product like this before? Since you watched my video and you really like them, have I ever reviewed a product like this before? Oh, I don't know. It's, you know, I've been on, no. Like, I make these people work if they would like for me to show their stuff on my channel, because a lot of times they're just wanting the publicity of you showing it. Now, again, if it's something I actually use, like the one guy that kept trying to ask me to do tanning lotion. Well, if you could just show them how well you tan, you know, we love watching your videos. And I'm like, if you loved watching my videos, you would know I'm black. I'm black. Yeah, all day, every day. It doesn't change. I'm black. I get darker in the summer and then lighter in the winter. That's about as much tanning as I get. So trying out your tanning lotion and then going to sit out in the sun. Why? I'm like, if you knew and what, and that was like my favorite interaction with someone. Sorry, if you heard that beeping, that was my power going off and then coming back on. That was weird. Luckily, my phone doesn't need power. But I am going to plug it up now. But yeah, like that was my favorite interaction with someone that wanted me to try out one of their products. It was tanning lotion. And they loved my videos and wanted to see if I would, you know, review tanning lotion. And I'm like, I'm black. I don't tan. So no. And they're like, well, you can still, don't you know that black people do go tanning? If, you know, I'm like, we're not going to go there. So like 4 a.m. this morning was the witching hour, because that's the hour that everybody decided, oh, let's contact Miss Coffee because she's still awake. No, it's not summertime anymore, folks. So if you contact me that early in the morning and you don't hear from me right away, it's because I'm asleep, because my children have school and I've had a few people go, why are you up so early? My children have school, so I have to get up. And you can tell that these people don't pay attention to me or my channel or anything I have going on, because, you know, I don't make it a point, or, you know, I don't hide the fact that I have children. And I don't hide the fact that, you know, I take my kids back and forth to school. I don't hide the fact that, you know, I go to bed at, you know, I try to go to bed at a good time. Some days I make it, some days I don't. And even if I don't go to bed at a good time, I'm not on my phone. Nope. After that phone goes silent, that phone goes down, and it does not get picked back up until the morning. Why? Because if I did pick up that phone, I would never get off of it, because people are constantly messaging me no matter what time, because everybody's in different time zones. So no matter what time of day it is, people are always messaging me, and I'm like, nope, not going to spend all night on the phone. Not doing it. Nope. And I've had people get mad at me for it. And I'm just like, you know what? Oh, well, like, I have a life too, and I'm not going to not live my life just because I have a YouTube. I'm like, for that much, I'll shut down the YouTube channel and then go live a normal life. Like, I didn't come on YouTube to not be able to live my life the way I need to live it. Like, I have responsibilities, and I'm not going to stop my responsibilities because somebody wants to know if I like squares or rounds at 3 in the morning. So, yeah. 4 a.m. was the witching hour this morning because, again, I got so many freaking messages, and I thought something was wrong. Like, I thought, like, YouTube had crashed and deleted everybody's videos and nobody's ever monetized anymore. No. It was just random stuff. Like, are you awake? Nope. And, of course, you know, I don't respond back because I'm not awake. It's 4 in the morning. And it's also not the weekend. So, like, when people message me that early in the morning, like, are you awake? Nope. I'm asleep. Mouth wide open. Drool and all. Sleep. oh, well, I told so-and-so to contact you about something, and that's fine. I ain't gonna get back to you right away. Why? Because I'm asleep. I try to have a decent bedtime schedule because of the kids going to school, and to get them to school on time, since I have to take them and I don't have the luxury of putting my child on a bus. I have to make sure I get some kind of sleep, at least try to sleep. Now, there are days where I don't go to sleep. There are days where I literally will sit up and just craft all night because, you know, depression, anxiety, I can't sleep. No biggie. So even then, I don't answer my phone. I don't touch my phone. I don't look at my phone. I will go and put on like music or something, but I don't answer messages and stuff. Why? Because I don't have to. That's why. I don't want to spend my entire life on YouTube. My world does not revolve around YouTube. Where I do spend a good portion of my time on YouTube because I do like to make sure I can answer questions and stuff like that. But after, say, we're going to say 11 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'm unavailable for those 12 hours. I will not answer messages and stuff unless my kids go to school like today. But then I spend my mornings while they're at school recording videos and trying to edit them to get them up for you guys to watch. So, coffee break. So, I can't spend my every waking moment on YouTube. I can't do it. You'll drive yourself nuts. So, I've been putting limits on myself as to when and how I can watch YouTube. Now, if you have a question, of course, you can always leave it. Like, you can message me in my email. You can leave me a message on my business page, which is now just literally just for messaging. It might ask you where you're from. You don't have to tell me, because people do that and I'm like, why are you telling me where you're from? And they're like, it asked me that when I first got in. I'm like, oh, that's right. 'Cause it's a business. It was an old business page that I used to use whenever I crocheted items for sale. So whenever you would, you know, come in, you'd have to answer these questions. I got to figure out a way to go in there and change all this stuff. Sorry, I'm rubbing my eye. There's something in my eye. Ugh. So yeah. But enough of that sad, depressing crap. I'm just tired of the drama. And I feel bad, and I want to apologize to Jeremy Fryer because I was in his live and I like snapped out. And I'm like, I'm just so sick of the clicks. I'm sick of this free canvas crap dividing our community. You either like Victoria's Moon or you don't like Victoria's Moon. You know, I'm tired of the clicks. YouTube wasn't created for clicks. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people out there that don't like Victoria's Moon. There's people out there that do. There's people out there that don't like Diamond Art Club. There's people out there that do. Like, nobody needs to form an army of people that like them and then bash those who don't. Everybody has different experiences. Get over yourself. Move on with your life. Anywho, let's get to the normal stuff. Let's get to, like, the kids and stuff. Let's get to the happy matters. One, there is a line right here in my canvas that was not there when I started. It doesn't look like it's affecting anything. I think we're still good. All right, so let's pick another color because I think I did all that symbol. So, the kids are doing great. It's funny because I think tomorrow is picture day. Today's Wednesday. Like, my week is all kinds of off because of that freaking holiday. So, like, my whole week is off. I'm sitting here going, oh, today's picture day. Crap, I forgot. But one, I always make sure my kids, you know, are dressed really nice when they go to school. Maggie's hair is done every day, whether it be in a ponytail or what she likes to call her Elsa braid. Orion's hair is always combed and, you know, free of dog fur from him rolling around on the dogs. Because, you know, with curly hair, stuff gets caught in there. So you gotta, like, you know, unleash all the curls. Or all the dog fur out of the curls. Alright, so I'm going for number 7, which is Y, which is 310. That's a lot of 310 down there. So again, if you didn't know, this is my Heartful diamonds, which I will try to remember to put the I in the video of what exactly this is. It's my Heartful diamonds canvas, and I'm going to have to stop the video here in a few minutes to start a new clip. Because, yeah, Miss Coffee talks that much. Either way. Oh, okay, still going. So, yeah, so the kids are doing great. I thought they had picture day this morning after I dropped them off, and then I realized, nope, they don't. They have picture day tomorrow, because today is Wednesday. they have picture day on Thursdays. So I was like, awesome. So I have to get their picture day form. Now, please explain to me why my kids have been in school for 2 weeks and they're already taking pictures of my kids. Like, what is happening with Life Touch right now? Like, does anybody else kids go to school and like the next day, like right after they start school, they had the picture forms out? And it's like, I feel in one way, I'm like, why is this school always trying to get my monies? Like, how am I supposed to pay for other things if every time I turn around, fundraiser, sell these shirts. We're selling shirts. Would you like to buy a school shirt? Oh, we need this to go on this field trip. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind donating to the school. But when my kids are in school for 2 weeks and you're already asking for picture day money, no thank you. Please stop, please. Last year, I'm not even joking you, every week they had something that they needed money for. The book fair came around 12 times last year. Like, I'm not even joking. The book fair was the bane of my existence. And what paper did my kids bring home yesterday? The freaking book fair. And I'm like, you know what? Last year, I spent $100 some odd at the book fair. And where the kids love the books, they then had the book fair again in 2 weeks. And they expect you to buy something every freaking time. And I'm like, no, I ain't big ballin'. I'm not over here wiping my buns with $20 bills. What is wrong with you people? Just because we live out in oil field country doesn't mean that every family is rich. I am not rich by any means. Why do you feel the need to have the book fair come to your school freaking 12 times a year? Like, why? Why is this a thing? To which, you know, they're like, you know, it helps fund the school. It helps fund this. I'm like, really? It funds the school? Really? Okay, I get that. Buy new equipment and all kinds of fun stuff, you know, do stuff, you know, cool for the kids. I get it. But does a book fair need to come around 12 times in 1 year? Does it? No, it doesn't. Like, no. Stop with the book fair. They have a library that they can just borrow the books. I would much rather them borrow the books to see if they like the books first versus going to the book fair and having to use and going to the book fair and buying a book versus going to the library where they can borrow it, see if they like it, and then, you know, maybe purchase it later on. No. Let's go to the book fair and buy these overpriced books to help fund the school. You guys, this school is killing me. It's killing me. And not only that, again, now take it. My kids have only been in school for 2 weeks, okay? They've already put out stuff for School Spirit Week, Picture Day, the book fair is here, and a fundraiser. Those 4 items. Already. We're 2 weeks in. Count them, 2 weeks. Why? For the love of all that is holy. So, school's going good for the kids, though. Maggie is doing well. Her teacher still has all her hair. Surprisingly, Maggie's doing better than I thought, except for last night, which I'm going to have to start a new clip before I start talking about that, so hold on a second. Okay, so, last night, Maggie had homework. Now, this school doesn't give out much homework. I wish they did, but they don't. But they don't give out much homework, and they will usually, the stuff that they consider homework, they will do with the kids in class and then have them study it when they come home, which, you know, okay, that's cool. You know, teach my kids how to study. You know, they're 6 and 8. I'm going to teach them how to study. And, Maggie, she's in 1st grade. For those of you who don't know, Maggie's my 6-year-old. She's in 1st grade, and so her homework was writing her alphabet. Now, she has a homework sheet, which would make her a homework helper, according to this paper. All she has to do is do this homework, and each day of the month, there's a new homework assignment on this sheet. She has to complete it, turn it in with my signature on it to say that she completed it to get points for that day. And then when she does that, she gets, you know, at the end of the school year, she gets like a special prize. Probably something stupid like a yo-yo, but I'm not going to say it's stupid because she does need to learn how to, you know, have better penmanship, because, you know, you're supposed to want better for your children. And if handwriting is passed down through the generations, like, you would think I was a pharmacist with how bad my handwriting is, because, you know, you got Pawpaw, who's an old-timey doctor. For those of you who don't know, Pawpaw is my dad. My dad used to be a doctor, so he has like horrendous handwriting. Trying to read that makes me feel like I'm Mr. Magoo. If you don't know who that is, look it up. So, like, you remember Mr. Magoo. He had like the prescription windshield on his car. That was like my favorite part. But Maggie had to do this homework. And the homework said, now, I didn't have my glasses on. You guys, I need to start wearing my glasses. Y'all need to start helping me, remind me to wear my glasses. You want to message me at 4 a.m.? Message me to tell me to put my glasses on, okay? Like, I'm sitting there, and I go with Maggie to do her homework. Now, her homework assignment, I swear it said to write the lowercase alphabet out. So I was like, all right, cool. 25 minutes later, because of course, if you have a small child and you're trying to get them to do something, especially if they're new to school, there's tears, there's not resentment, there's, you know, resistance. They don't want to do it. Why do I have to do this? Can I go play? Can I do this? And of course, Orion, he zips through everything he has to do. So he's, you know, off in his room in his own little world. Get to him in a second. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, it shouldn't take this long to write out 26 letters. Like, literally, just write the lowercase alphabet, which she does all the time. Any other time, if I were to give her, who's in it? Robin Babcock, I believe it was. Robin Babcock sent me out some llama Post-its, okay? For my birthday, I think it was. She sent me out these llama Post-its. Maggie has taken these and written her alphabet on them, okay? Uppercase, lowercase, downcase, but, you know, she's written the alphabet all over it. But if she has to do it for school, no thank you. She doesn't want to. Why do I have to do this? Can I go play with my tablet? Can I go play with Orion? Can I go do this? I want to play Minecraft. I want to do this. And she's like all over the place, and she wants to do everything but write her alphabet. Any other time, she wants to write on everything. Always that way. Always. Always. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, okay, all right. Write your alphabet, and then I, you know, will let you go play. Because I don't reward my children with food. That's how you get childhood obesity. Like, no, you never want to reward a child with food. Because then anytime they have a problem or they think they do something good, you know, they're going to want to eat. That creates childhood obesity. At least from, you know, things I've seen and looked up online. So you don't want to reward your children with food. So I don't go like, oh, if you finish this, you can have a lollipop. No. You can have a lollipop if you finish your dinner. Like, that's the only time I will reward them with something, is if they finish their food, then you can have a snack. If you don't finish your food, you ain't getting no snack. My kids ain't had a snack in 2 weeks. So, which I'll go into that next. So I'm sitting there, and she finally gets through the lowercase alphabet. Takes us 25 minutes. I'm sitting there. I have a hat on. I usually am wearing a hat because my hair, I need to perm my hair and like get the afro tamed and get my hair cut because I want to go back to my mohawk. So I have usually, if you see me, I'm wearing a hat, and it's usually like my little gray slouchy beanie. So I'm sitting there, and I have half my hair pulled out of the beanie because I was pulling at it because, oh my gosh, why won't she just do this? Why won't she just sit here and write her alphabet like a good little girl? Because any other time she wants to color with me, she wants to write her alphabet, you know, and I was doing it with her. So she finally finishes, and I go to put the thing away and sign her paper, and it says, today's homework assignment for September 3rd, 2019, write the uppercase alphabet out. I swore it said lowercase. I looked at that little girl. And she looked at me with these like big deer in the headlight eyes. And I'm like, Maggie, you got to do it again. And she looks at me and she goes, Mama, no. And I'm like, look, we can take a break. Okay. We can take a break. But you got to write out your alphabet again, honey. Mommy's so sorry. And she goes, where are your glasses? They're over here. I look at the paper because I swore I saw that it said lowercase. Yeah, lowercase is for Friday. And because my days are mixed up, I mixed up the day and everything on her paper. So she ended up having to write the uppercase letters too. And I was like, if nothing else, you've already done Friday's homework. Boom. And she's like, well, can I just count it for this homework? Because I really want to go play. And I'm like, we got to get through this together, honey. Don't you know, it took her another 27 minutes to do it. Okay? So at this point, we're at an hour. of her working on her alphabet, we finish with all the tears and snot and everything else that goes with it. We finish it finally. I'm like, okay, awesome. That's great. She looks at me and she goes, your turn, mommy. I'm like, I'm sorry, say what? She goes, your turn. You made me do it. Now it's your turn to do it. And I'm like, but I did it with you. And she goes, you got to do it again. You made me do it again, mommy. Now you have to do it. And I'm like, oh, sweet Lord, what do you mean? And she goes, you have to write to, she made me write to 100 and then write out all my alphabet. And I'm like, are you joking, right? And, you know, I'm sitting there going, you know what? I want to show her that mommy has to do things that she doesn't want to do either. So, you know, besides cooking dinner every night, because that gets annoying. But I'm like, I have to show her that I have to do things that I don't like to do too. So I was a good sport. I wrote my numbers to 100, single space, because, you know, doing it double space, she didn't like that. So she went and took the pencil and erased everything and went, do it again. Because that's what I was doing to her whenever she would mess up on a letter. I would, you know, erase it and tell her, you know, you got to try that one again, honey. That's not right. So she would randomly just go erase, and she's like, that's wrong, do it again. And I was trying not to throat chop her because, you know, I was doing it right. She was just being a butthole. And then when I finished, she goes, sorry, mommy, you have to write the numbers backwards. I'm sorry. I don't even know what this means. What do you mean? She goes, you have to write from the bottom of the paper up 1 through 100. And I'm like, how? What? And she goes, oh, and don't forget to get it in the lines, mommy, because I was having to tell her to get her alphabets in the lines. So she's like, don't forget to get it in the lines, mommy. And I'm like, now this is just torture at this point. This is just torture. So I do it. And I go, oh, look, daddy's home. Daddy can't save you. I say that to her all the time because she will try to, like, get out of trouble by going to Mr. Coffee because she knows, you know, she has daddy wrapped around her little finger. And so I tell her all the time, he can't save you. So she goes, he can't save you. You have to write your numbers. You finish writing your numbers. I'll let daddy in the house. And I was like, okay. So, like, I ran away. But she got her homework done, so I was pretty happy about that. And there was minimal fighting about getting her homework done. This son is disrespectful today. Like, what is wrong with you, Mr. Son? All right, so apparently my phone shut off. Luckily, it wasn't in the middle of me talking, because when I talk, I take a lot of breaks for that reason. My phone overheated because I didn't have the door open or the air conditioner on because Mr. Coffee's in the room, so I didn't turn the air conditioner on. And I didn't realize it was getting that warm in here, so my phone was just like, no, it's too hot in here, shutting down. So I had to wait for my phone to come back on. But yeah, so Maggie got her homework done. I got my Maggie homework done. All is right with the world. And then you have Orion. We talked, well, I went and talked to speech therapy. Orion is no longer in speech therapy, so yay for him. They do want to essentially take and send him over, or have him attend the academy. Now, this academy that I was talking about in my last Whip and Chat is for, like, smarter kids where they develop the skills that they're really good at. So for Orion, it would be reading and math. They develop those skills to help, you know, further if he wants, depending on what job he wants to do when he gets older. Now, remember, he's 8. So at this point, all he wants to do is play Fortnite. Like, he doesn't care about nothing else on this planet besides playing Fortnite. So, again, if you hear outside noises, remember, I have the door open. It's real life, folks. Anyways, so I talked to his teacher about this academy thing because he seemed really excited about it, and I got some really good news. 1, he qualifies. 2, he doesn't have to leave the school he's currently at. It's an extra program that they offer at the school for children his age. So I was like, awesome. So he will be just taking and spending a portion of his day where most of his classmates will be doing regular math and stuff. He will spend that portion of the day in like the library or something where they have all these special little labs set up just for them. So he's pretty excited about that. He's wanting to start it now, but it doesn't start for another couple of weeks because they have to get everybody tested and placed into, you know, what would be best fitting for them. So he's excited. Maggie's not, because she thought that, you know, she could go to another school if she was really smart. So I'm guessing that's another reason why she doesn't want to do her homework. But they've actually been doing really good with school. Maggie's only come home once and said she's had a bad day. But she won't tell you what the bad day was. Like, she's already at that part of her life where, you know, she'll tell you she had a bad day, but she's not going to tell you why. And I'm like, what'd you get in trouble for? So I talked to her teacher because I had meetings that I had forgotten about. Luckily, I lived 2 minutes from the school. I was still on time, like a boss. But she had a meeting at the school, and they were meeting for speech therapy, and I was talking to her teacher, and they were saying that, you know, with Maggie's epilepsy, she's not delayed, but there's certain things that, you know, she's not doing the best on. Like, she needs improvement on, like, certain words that she says and stuff like that. Like, she'll drop consonants at the end of words and stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, having a mother that's Southern and then a father that's a New Yorker, her speech isn't going to be the best. Like, we don't have, like, Mr. Coffee speaks very well, actually. But me, no. No. I say y'all. I don't say yuns. I say y'all. But, I don't speak, like, the King's English or whatever, however you want to say it. Like, I don't speak proper English. So, like, me trying to teach Maggie how to speak English is like learning how to jump rope from someone who has one leg. It can happen, but it might not be the best tutorial in the world. I'm just saying. No offense to anybody out there if you have one leg. Anyways, let's see. Oh, this morning was fun. Killian got stuck in the car. We were on the way, and I've started taking the dogs with me again to take the kids to school, because in the mornings it's starting to get a little chillier. That fall weather is coming. One day it'll be 86 degrees. The next day it'll be 25 degrees. It's like Mother Nature is confused, and she hates my life and all my life choices. And so I've started taking the dogs with us to drop the kids off, except for they're a little bit more well-behaved than they were last year. Last year, they would, you know, whine and cry and jump out the car. This year, they actually stay in the car. They don't whine and cry. Killian will nicely wait for the kids to get out of their seats before he goes and sits in their seats. So this morning, I go to take the dogs to the dog park, and Killian decides before we get there, right after I drop the kids off, that he was going to go hop in Maggie's seat. He likes sitting in Maggie's booster seat. I don't know why this dog has this obsession with Maggie's booster seat, but imagine if I can get a picture. I won't be able to put it in this video, but if I can get a picture, I'll somehow show you guys a picture of him sitting in Maggie's booster seat. But he likes to sit in Maggie's booster seat and then look out the window like he's a small child. Like, I almost want to seatbelt him in there and then, like, just roll the window down so that when people drive past me, they just see this Siberian Husky sitting in a car seat riding down the road like, you know, he belongs there, like he's a tiny human. Anyways, so we get halfway to the dog park, and he starts climbing over the seats. Now, in my car, I have third row seating, but the third row seating folds down into the car. Now, no, I don't have a fancy car. Like, I don't have like a Lexus. I drive a Toyota, people, okay? I drive a Toyota Highlander, which is why you guys will randomly hear me say there can only be one Highlander, because I drive a Highlander. And so my third row folds down into the floor. So usually I have it folded down, because then the dogs sit on top of that third row, because then it makes my trunk super big. And so I'm sitting there, and he's climbing over the seat. And with my car, the middle seat in the second row comes out. Like, you can turn that into like a tray where, okay, it's really weird. Look up 2010 Toyota Highlander. That's what I drive. I like older cars because they've already been through a lot, and you don't have to worry about any of the new problems that newer cars have. So I got a 2010 Toyota Highlander. They have a middle seat in the second row that comes out and goes underneath the armrest of the driver and passenger seat. So the armrest at the bottom, it has like this little compartment, and you can pull out. There's a tray that you can put in the middle of those two seats, or an actual third seat. And so I usually have the third seat in there, because then it keeps the dogs from jumping over the seat, because then there's like a dog shield on the back of, or on the floor of the car, to keep all the dog fur off the seat and the floor. Because I have leather seats, but the upholstery, like the floor and stuff, will still get covered in dog fur. So I have like one of those like doggy mat pad things back in the back of my trunk. And so Killian decides he wants to go sit in Maggie's seat. So he goes to climb over the seat, and I see him doing it, and I'm like, it's whatever. There's no point in me yelling at him or anything. And I'm driving, and I just hear him start whimpering, and I'm like, what are you whimpering about? Well, then I notice that his butt is still in the back seat, but his top half is in the front seat. And essentially, he's smashing his man parts because he got stuck on the headrest of the middle seat and can't get over. Like, he can't jump himself over. And I'm like, I can't stop the car right now to help you. So you're going to have to sit there for a few minutes. So, like, he's trying to struggle and get his way over to the second row, and he can't. So he's crying because he can't. And I'm driving, and I'm like, you're worse than a small child. You know that, Killian? And he's just sitting there crying and crying. And finally, I pull over because we're at the dog park. And I go to try to help him. In 2 seconds, I get out of the car and open the door to get him out. And he has already jumped over the seat and was sitting there perfectly fine. And then gets mad at me because I made him get out of the seat to take him to the dog park. I'm like, this is the whole reason why you're with me, is so I can take you to the dog park. No. Killian wants no parts of that. Like, he just wants to sit in the seat. So he got to sit in the seat for a few minutes while I sat there staring at him, shaking my head like this dog is going to kill me. And then after he had his fill of sitting in Maggie's seat, then he decided, it was a good time to come out and, go ahead and run around in the dog park for a while. So yeah, I'm still having parking wars with my neighbor upstairs. Not really parking wars. At this point, this woman hates my life. I deep cleaned my entire house yesterday, and I had music going. And she's a religious person, and I'm not going to say that all the music I listen to is what they would call savory. Now, I'm not in here listening to a bunch of rap music or anything like that, but, there might be some cursing in the songs I listen to. And Sunday, we were sitting here, and I see somebody pour water down onto my kids' bikes on the porch, because, of course, I live on the first floor, and then I have a neighbor above me who I hate, and then there's neighbors above her who I hope she hates, because I hope she has a neighbor up above her just as much as I have one above me. Anyways, she, I guess she had finished, like, doing something, or she was watering a plant or something, but she just straight up. Now, the porch, it's not a huge porch, but, you can walk from side to side on the porch. And of all the places to dump water, she literally dumps it right on top of my kids' bikes. Now, take it, Maggie just got her bike. Orion's bike, even though it's older, I don't want her disgusting, yucky mop water or whatever that was that she poured down onto my kids' bikes. I don't want that on my kids' bikes. I thought that was completely disrespectful of her. And it wasn't like we were making a lot of noise or anything that day, because Mr. Coffee was at work. Matter of fact, that was Monday, because he was at work. And I'm sitting here like, I know she didn't. He had just gotten off work, and I went, she just poured water all over the kids' bikes. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, she just poured water all over the kids' bikes. Now, I'm not trying to be that neighbor that goes upstairs and starts yelling at her for stuff, because, she can easily say, oh, it was an accident, she didn't see the bikes. Oh, of course you couldn't see the bikes over your big belly. Anyways, so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay. And I know she was mad at me because she keeps trying to beat me home, because our kids come out the same door at school. So because we have to pick our kids up, she always parks in a spot where she thinks that she's going to get out first, and then she ends up getting stuck in there, and she can't get out, and then I end up beating her home. And I don't even take the front parking spot anymore. I just park where there's parking. So it's not like I'm fighting her for the front parking spot anymore. She, like, zooms in here like a bat out of hell, like, oh my God, if I drive faster, I'll get that spot before her. And I've seen her almost hit a car trying to get that front spot. And I'm like, it is not that serious. You could probably do for the walking. Like, really? Anyways, so I'm sitting here yesterday and I'm cleaning the house. And I have, my Echo going with the music. And I'm just jamming out, cleaning the house, minding my own business. She never once comes down to tell me to be quiet. She never once comes down and asks me to turn down the music. I just see her walking up the street angrily towards our, building office. And I'm like, oh, well, whatever. And I was dumping out water because I was literally finishing up cleaning. So I'm sitting there. And then as soon as I finish up cleaning, I start working on a coloring page because I was like, you know, I don't have the brain power to diamond paint right now. And I will not, every diamond painting I have, except for maybe one or two, I've started on camera. So I like to start them on camera so you guys can see my progress. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I don't have the brain power for diamond painting, and I didn't record a video. I ended up recording 2 or 3 videos yesterday, and they will go out sporadically throughout the week. And so I'm sitting there like, oh, okay. I'm just going to work on a coloring page, whatever. That's something quick and easy and doesn't take a lot of brain power. So I go to sit down and I'm working on my coloring page, and I see the lady from upstairs and the lady from the complex walk by my door. Now my door is open, obviously, because it's hot and I've just finished cleaning and I wasn't ready to get in the shower yet. So, you know, I was like, I'm just going to color this page and mind my business. They walked past my door and then walked back like I wasn't going to notice that they were walking past my door. And the lady, and then they're talking as loud as I'm talking now, but right in front of my door. And they're like, oh, and the lady's like, oh, well, I don't hear anything. If she happens to turn her music back up, you know, please let us know and we'll come out and say something to her. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, you come out and say something to me. Now take it, this neighbor upstairs will be hanging pictures at 4 in the morning. Like, I'm not even joking you. She's banging on her walls at 4 in the morning. And I'm not talking about like she's getting a piece and the walls are shaking. No, no, no. She's literally hanging pictures at 4 in the morning. And this happens often. It happens often. So if it's not her banging around, it's them literally jumping up and down, scratching furniture across the wood floor. Anything that they can do to be annoying, essentially, is what they're doing. Like, they do the most. And even on school days, they will get up at 4 a.m. and you just hear them, like, stomping as hard as they can throughout their house. Now, normally, if they're just walking around, I can't hear them. That's how I know they're stomping, is because... And her one son was like, I don't want to jump anymore. And she's like, I hear her yell, keep jumping. I don't know what they're doing, but, you know, you shouldn't teach your children hate. You shouldn't teach them to be like that, especially since her son and my son are friends. At least they were friends until last year when her son pushed Maggie and caused her to have a seizure on the playground. And Orion told him, you know, don't push my sister. And then those two got into it. And when I went to go confront him, her son starts crying. And Orion's like, he's lying. He pushed Maggie, and Maggie had a seizure on the playground, and blah. And I'm like, yeah, we're not going to be friends, are we, woman? So, yeah, so I'm still having problems with her. I don't say nothing to her because I don't really want to talk to her. She looks like a bitch. That was really mean, but it's the truth. She has resting bitch face. And I have it, too. That's not to say that I can't think somebody else has it, and I don't want to talk to them. Like, if I saw me coming down the street, I wouldn't want to talk to me either. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not sitting here like I'm holier than thou, but, you know, I've had my times growing up where I was picked on, and, you know, I just shook that crap off and went on about my business. Like, oh, I used to think that you were mean. Yeah, everybody does. I'm not a mean person. Just come off that way sometimes just because how I talk and how I word things. It's all about wording, folks. Anyways, so, yeah, so that's the neighbor lady. Oh, we finished another color. Let's go for... Let's make sure Oh, nope, see, I missed a couple over here. Because you know the moment I go to put this tray away, I'll find a whole patch of that color that I was working on. So we gotta put away the 310s. Let's get out these downward... I gotta cut that off there. We're going to put away these 310s. So what are you guys working on? Are you coloring? Are you cross-stitching? Write that down in the comments. I can't hear you. If you say it out loud, I can't hear you. And if you made it this far in the video, put a smiley face up. Let me know you're having a good time. Because, you know, I'm just sitting here jabbering to myself. 902. 902. Is that in this one? Yes, it is. And I have my Harbor Freight. I gotta send out 2 of these Harbor Freights to Pippa. I made her a deal. So I gotta send her out 2 Harbor Freights. So I need to go to the post office. Maybe I can send Mr. Coffee to the post office later. Because then he can check the P.O. box. That P.O. box was the best and worst decision of my life. Worse because I have to put on pants to go check it. best because I don't have to worry about people asking for my address anymore. I haven't heard from that lady, by the way, and I want to say thank you to everybody who understands that I wasn't trying to be mean to the lady, but when you forcefully, and I have had someone ask for my address since then, which is hilarious because I'm like, you must have missed that video. I'm like, if you would like to send something, you know, check out that inbox or that description box. You guys, please check description boxes before you ask YouTubers questions, because a lot of your questions can be answered by the description box. Like, I put up that video yesterday, which I guess, no, that's today. I put up the video today of my gift from Pinky Stickers. And I knew I was going to have one person do it, because there are people that won't watch the videos. They'll fast forward through just to see what I got, and then they'll just move on. And, you know, that's fine. Do it your thing, boo-boo. And the lady goes, I would like to find this canvas. But when I click the links, it just takes me to Pinky Stickers channel. Now, I mentioned in the video quite a few times that I was linking her because she is who I got it from. And if you want to know where she got that canvas from, you have to go ask her. Because I don't want to be rude and be like, hey, thanks for the gift. Where'd you get it? Like, to me, that's rude. So I just figured I would direct everybody over to her, and you guys can go bug her as to where she got that canvas. Plus, if you like planning and journaling and stuff, like, she has a really cool channel, and she sells the stuff that she, you know, does on her channel. So I was like, you know, help a sister out, y'all me. So I'm sitting there, and the lady says, you know, I've tried clicking the links, I've tried typing in Pinky Stickers, but, you know, I can't find this canvas. And I'm like, if you check the description box, I even state in the description box that, I state in the description box that I don't know where the canvas came from. The video itself says, I don't know where the canvas came from. It was a gift. And she's like, well, where can I find it? I don't know. I have no clue. I've even tried reverse image searching it on AliExpress and could not find it. So I have no clue where she got it. So again, if you would like that cute crafter's gonna craft diamond painting, ask Pinky Stickers, because that's where I got it from. I have no clue where she got it from. And I went back and watched the video, and I went back and looked at all the paperwork and stuff. The paperwork and stuff does not state where it came from. It looks like it might have came from AliExpress, and she said China mail, so I'm guessing it might have came from AliExpress, but when I reversed image searched it, I couldn't find it. Now, I'm pretty sure if I got JJ on the case, she would find it. But I don't want to be that rude person to go, like, when somebody buys you a gift, you don't go look up the price on it. So I don't want to be rude and be like, oh, well, she got me this adorable little canvas. Let me go check to see how much she paid for this. Like, that's rude. In my opinion, that's rude. Everybody has their own opinions, and we're all entitled to them. So, yeah, so you guys got to check that description box, because, you know, sometimes I'll put, like, little funny words in there, and I'm like, if you're actually listening to this, or you actually read this, comment with a smiley face. And I actually get quite a few smiley faces. Like, I do have a lot of subscribers that do read that description box, so thank you to those folks that actually pay attention to that description box. Alright, so I think it was this one. Yeah, I just saw one of the 154s that I missed. I love rounds. Are they my favorite? No, I don't have a favorite. Picking round or square for me is like asking me, you know, which one of my kids is my favorite. I don't have a favorite kid. I love all kids equally. All my kids, I should say. Because, you know, there are some of those kids out there that, you know, you want to throat chop. Like when I went to my kids' school yesterday to go pick them up, there's this little boy. And there's always that little sibling waiting for their older sibling to get out of school. And this little boy is ripping all the branches off this little tree that they planted at the school. And his parents are just sitting there letting him do it. Oh, Josiah, don't touch the branches. And I'm like, excuse me. They planted that tree last year. Like, and I know they did because my daughter's class was one of the ones that helped plant it. And I'm like, they planted that last year, and you're letting your son literally rip all the limbs off it. I was so mad because I remember my daughter in her class helping to plant that tree. And this woman is just sitting there smoking a cigarette, letting her child destroy this property. Now, I don't have anything against smokers. I vape. So I don't have anything against smokers. I used to smoke cigarettes, and then I went to vaping because I realized it was a lot healthier than smoking. And Orion hasn't had any issues with his breathing until now. But it's because of the season change, not because of smoking or anything. And then we found out Orion is allergic to cigarettes, so we had to quit smoking anyways. So that really upset me that, you know, not only are you on school property letting your small child destroy this tree, but you're also smoking cigarettes. And I'm like, you know, and I look at her and I'm like, would you mind putting that out? One, you're on school property, so, you know, the fact that they teach don't smoke to children and you're puffing away on your cigarette in front of the school, like literally right in front of the doors as the kids are coming out. I'm like, that's kind of disrespectful. And she just kind of gives me this look like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm nobody, but, you know, my son is also very allergic to cigarette smoke, and I really don't want him to have any issues. And sure enough, that night, we noticed Orion was starting to cough and wheeze. And I was just like, you know, oh, it's just because of the weather changing. And I just thought about it. That happened, and that same night, Orion started coughing and wheezing. Now, Orion, for those of you who don't know, is my 8-year-old. That's my son. He's my only son. He's my little sunshine. He plays Fortnite all the time, and Roblox, and Minecraft, and yeah. So, Orion's been having issues with his breathing lately because of the weather change. Like I said earlier, the weather has been, 1 minute it's like extremely cold, 1 minute it's extremely hot, and you don't know how to really dress for that. Like, you don't know how to prepare yourself for a day like that. Like, when you wake up and it's like all the seasons in one day. You wake up and it's wintertime at 25 degrees, and then by the afternoon it's like springtime because it's like 56 degrees, and then by 5 o'clock it's like summertime because it's like 89 degrees, and then it goes into fall around like 10, 11 o'clock because then it's like a crisp 65 degrees, and then back into winter. Like, it's all the seasons all in one day. And that's where we're at right now, and it's starting to affect his allergies. That and the fact that mommy was a dumb, and I dry dusted his room without the ventilation. Like, I didn't have this window open. So there's a lot of factors going into it. Like, I know better than to do it, but I was rushing one day, and I don't know why I did it without open. I usually open at least the window, but I was rushing that day and forgot to open the window, and I dry dusted his room. So essentially all that dust, and for those of you who don't know, Orion is allergic to dust, mold, and all kinds of crap like that. And cats. He's allergic to cats, which is why we don't have a cat. So he got home that day, and on top of the cigarette smoke and then me dry dusting his room and everything else, he started having issues with his breathing. Now, I didn't notice that he was wheezing and stuff until that night, and I hear him coughing a lot, and I'm like, why are you coughing all of a sudden? And he's like, I don't know. Ryan's one of those kids that will never tell you that, like, I'm wondering if anybody else has a kid like this. If you do, write it down in the comments. Ryan's one of those kids that won't tell you when something's wrong, and then when something is wrong, he's just like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, how long have you been feeling like this? I don't know. Oh, okay, so you're just gonna die silently? Like, is that what that is? He's like, I'm not gonna die, I'm just coughing. Well, yeah, I got that, but, you know, you're supposed to tell mommy when you can't breathe. He's like, I can breathe, just not easily. I'm like, all right, I give up. I give up. I give up. Let him be a hot mess. Like, why? Why, you tiny human? Why do you do this to me? But, we realized that he was having some trouble. You might hear the dogs barking. They hear somebody walking by with their dog, so that means that they have to bark too. Ew. Sorry. Hold on a second. Just wanted to make sure the dogs didn't start barking. But, yeah, so we realized later that evening that he was having trouble breathing. And he usually has nebulizer treatments that he has to take. Now, with that said, Orion hasn't had a single issue with breathing since we moved to North Dakota. Mainly because we don't have trees. Where we live, there's not a lot of trees here. So, like, dust and pollen and stuff like that. Like, we get dust, not a whole lot. We do get dust, but we don't have a lot of problems with, like, pollen, like down in the south where you go outside and you would think the tree semen all over your car, the pollen that you go out to and your car's yellow. We don't have that issue here in North Dakota because, again, we don't have a lot of trees. So, he hasn't had to have a breathing treatment in 2 years. So, comes that night, we go, okay, he needs a treatment. Not thinking anything of it. We go grab his medicine, and I just happened to look at the box, and I was like, does this stuff expire? Because, he hasn't used it in 2 years, but we brought it with us because at the time it wasn't expired. So we brought the stuff with us, and then we go to put the nebulizer treatment stuff in, and we realize it's expired. And I was like, great. So, I did one of my home remedies with, like, the Vicks Vapo Rub and the steam and all that fun stuff. And, yeah, so we got him okay to the point where he could go to sleep. And so I was like, I'll call the doctor. So I called the doctor. One, I'm on hold for so long. I cleaned my entire bathroom, including sweeping and mopping. Like, I wiped down and scrubbed the tub. I scrubbed the toilet. I scrubbed the sink. I wiped the mirrors. I hand washed the floor, swept the floor, hand washed the floor, went into the kids' bathroom, started cleaning their bathroom, got almost done with mopping before they answered the phone. And I go, hey, I'm Orion's mom. I need to set him up an appointment because he needs refills on his albuterol and stuff. And they're like, oh, well, when's the last time he's been seen? Now, here in North Dakota, they don't require physicals every week or every year for school. It's just whenever your kid feels sick, bring him in. So I was like, oh, well, it's been a little bit since he's been seen, but the doctor told us, that if he has problems that we're supposed to call and have him seen and, all this. And they go, oh, okay. The earliest we have is next week. I'm like, well, he's having problems breathing now. So, like, and they're like, oh, well, if he's having problems breathing, you can always take him out to the ER. Now, this is where Miss Coffee has the issue. I don't mind taking my kids to the ER. It's not a big deal. If I have an emergency, that's where you're supposed to go, to the ER, right? Right. But who wants to pay $500 to have a breathing treatment done? And that's essentially what it'll cost. Every time I would have to take him in for a breathing treatment, it would be $500. Now, that is my son. I, of course, will pay that $500 gladly. But he's supposed to have breathing treatments when he's like this twice a day. So just imagine, yesterday was Tuesday, and he can't get seen until the next week. So $1,000 for 7 days. $7,000. I would quit buying all craft supplies. I would quit buying anything that wasn't relevant to make sure he has his breathing treatments. So don't get me wrong. Like, I'll get his breathing treatments. But I'm like, I'm asking the nurse, I'm like, do you know how much that would cost me? That's $7,000 for something that you could easily go, hey, we just need to refill this kid's meds, and I can go pay $10 for it at the pharmacy. Like, seriously? And she's like, well, he hasn't been seen, so we're going to need to see him first. I'm like, I get that. I really, really do. I get it. But it's albuterol. It's, and I give them the dosage and everything. I'm like, it's not like, I'm asking for you to prescribe him a new medication. It's medication he was already on. It's just his stuff is expired. And I get that you have to see him, but you can't tell me that you can't put in an emergency med for albuterol. It's basically water. And she's like, oh, well, we'll have to check and see with this, and that. I'm like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I have an extra purple diamond there. Nope. There's... Okay, so we're just going to put that there. So, yeah, so I have an appointment with Orion next week to go see the doctor after school. So until then, Mommy's home remedies are going to have to help. Unless his breathing gets really... Because it's not to the point where I feel like he needs to go to the emergency room to have a breathing treatment. So it's to the point where I can manage it right now on my own. So he will see the doctor next week. And then if we need to take him out to the emergency room, we will. And it doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. Like, he can still run and jump and play and do all the things he wants to do. He just can't do it, for a long period of time for being out of breath. And then it takes him a bit to get his breath back. But other than that, like, he can still do, like, normal activities. Which, he's happy about because, nothing slows down Orion. When Orion wants something, Orion's going to go do it. So, that's always good. But Maggie hasn't had any issues with hers. We're still not sure what her results were because they have yet to call me back. And I've called them. I called them last week when I talked to you guys. And I still haven't heard from them. So I have to call them again. Why is it that they'll do all these tests and charge you this? You best believe I already got the bill for the EEG. But I ain't got no results. Ain't that some messed up crap? Like, how you gonna bill me for it, but then not give me the results? It's a hot mess, folks. And winter is coming. I'm not excited. I was sitting here the other day and I was cold, and Mr. Coffee's like, where's your, warm blanket? And I was like, oh snap, it's time to pull out the heated blanket again. Where's my little foot thing that Rachel got me? Because if you guys remember, Rachel got me a flipper slipper. It's a slipper that heats up. It has like a little USB cord on it, and it heats up and keeps your piggies warm. Rachel got me one last year when I was really sick over the winter. And so that and my heated blanket are coming out because it's starting to get colder here now. It was like 60 something yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, it's freezing out here. And Mr. Coffee's like, are you joking me? As he's standing out there in like a tank top. He's like, this is great. He's like, how are we ever supposed to live in the woods if all you want to do is live in the heat? And I'm like, I don't know. I'll never leave the house because you're going to be leaving the house to like go scavenge for food and stuff. Like, my end game goal is to live a life where I don't have to leave my house. I mean, except for like doctor's appointments and stuff. Which I should probably make a doctor's appointment for myself. The last time I went to the doctor, when people always ask me like, well, when's the last time you've been to the doctor? I'm like, when Maggie was born. Like, I don't go to the doctor regularly. I don't like to. Because they always got negative stuff to say. Like, they can never just be like, hey, I'm happy to see you. It's always like, hey, your foot's going to fall off tomorrow. Take this medication. So, like, okay, perfect example. The dentist. I told you guys a few weeks ago that I went to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist in 7 years. I had no cavities. I have 2 wisdom teeth that need to come out. Other than that, my teeth are perfectly fine. Cool. They're like, they could use a cleaning. I'm like, well, obviously. So they started the cleaning process, and then they were like, oh, yeah, come back and we'll pull those teeth out. No, you won't. No, you will not. Got my teeth cleaned. I was out. All I wanted to hear was that my teeth are fine. And I was out. Don't you know, since that visit, I've had problems with my teeth every single day. My teeth hurt. They're super sensitive. And I'm like, what the heyday is going on? Like, why is it all of a sudden? I let you touch my teeth. Now my teeth hurt. And they're like, oh, try this Sensodyne toothpaste for sensitivity. I'm like, no. Let's not go back to the dentist because this is a scam. It's a scam. Like, that's how I feel in my head about dentists and doctors. Like, you're fine until you go see them, and then the moment you see them, they're like, oh, bad news. Your leg's gonna fall off. Like, I feel like their mission in life is to make sure that something on you falls off so that you have to pay them. Like, I feel like that's what their end game goal is. So yeah. I'm just thinking I should probably get off here soon because Mr. Coffee's probably sitting in that room like, is she ever going to shut up? But he should know by now that, I don't ever shut up. I just talk and ramble. You guys like the random rambles. But yeah, this week, let's see. You guys should get some more coloring videos. I want to do a coloring tutorial on how I color grayscale with color pencils. Thanks to a secret gift-giving subscriber, I got a set of 150 Prismacolor pencils. And then from another subscriber, I got the Copics. So, like, I'll show you guys how the Copics work. I should have my chameleon markers set should be coming in here soon, too. So you might get that video this weekend or Friday. I'm not sure. I have an unboxing from Diamond Art Club that I haven't done yet. It's not a sneak peek or anything. At this moment in time that I'm making this video, I don't have a sneak peek for you guys. Also, I meant to say that please, guys, be patient with them. They are moving their factory from Las Vegas to New Jersey. So they are working out some of the bugs and kinks in their new location. If you do have any major problems, feel free to contact their customer service, obviously. But yeah, if it takes a little bit longer for you to get your items, it's not like you don't have like 75 diamond paintings in your stash anyways. It's not like they're going to keep your money and not give you your diamond paintings. Just be a little patient with them. So yeah, so like you guys should get some coloring videos. I was going to do a coloring whipping chat, but then I was like, I want a diamond paint. I really want to start this canvas. Because again, this is the one I'm doing for drills and chills. And I'm going to hashtag it on the video so that you guys know what it is. Also, again, if you would like to enter and join in the drills and chills, go check out Distracted by Diamonds or what was it? Tiny Worlds of Wonder. So like, I'm thinking Tiny Pufferfish for some reason. I don't know. She left for college and I'm all sad now. Like she's my kid or something. Like, oh my God, my baby left for college. Like it reminds me of when Minna left and I was all sad for a few days. And now she's at home with her dad drinking pumpkin spice lattes like a good little basic girl. Yes, I do call my daughter basic because she likes Starbucks. And she was very, very happy to get the gift card with all the Starbucks money. Because at this point, she can have Starbucks for the rest of the year and not have to pay a dime out of pocket. So she's very happy about all the Starbucks that she's getting. The night of her birthday I think it was. Everybody was donating money for her for Starbucks for her dragon fruit latte thing. I did make sure she got that on a gift card for Starbucks so that she can go get Starbucks whenever she wants to. So now every weekend she goes to State College with her stepmother her stepmother sells something. I want to say it's like pierogies or something. And Minna will go and get Starbucks all day because, you know, it's Minna. So yeah. Oh, no, there we go. I want to finish this symbol because I'm almost finished this little section. See how fast that went? We haven't been talking that long, have we? We might have been talking that long. We might have been talking that long. But I wanted to finish this little section. Let's see, what other fun stuff happened this week? Sorry that if the beginning of the video was kind of depressing. Again, I don't like making depressing content. I like having stuff on my channel that makes everybody laugh and smile and, you know, forget about the fact that, you know, they might be having a crappy day or something. And I hate it that other YouTubers will play on that to get free stuff or, you know, what have you. I like looking out for my subscribers like they look out for me. Which, speaking of that, funny story. Alright, so as you guys know, Miss Coffee obviously isn't my real name, okay? So if you see me post a picture of my diamond painting somewhere else, you know, oh, okay, that's Miss Coffee's real channel, or her real page. One, again, I'm still not accepting friend requests. Two, the only reason why I like when my YouTube subscribers call me by Miss Coffee is, again, so that, because somebody was like, well, that's kind of, you know, whatever of you to think that we're going to call you Miss Coffee outside of YouTube. And I'm like, the reason I like the fact that people call me Miss Coffee out of YouTube is because then it reminds me of where I know you from. Because it's to have some random, because nobody's name is really the same on YouTube and on Facebook. And if it is, you know, kudos to you. You're a very consistent person. Me, no. Because on my channel, it's Miss Coffee, and then in real life, it's not Miss Coffee. So, I had a woman, and this was the sweetest thing on the planet. Had a woman message me, and she goes, Miss Coffee, I'm just looking out for you, but somebody is using your videos and stuff to self-promote in this group. And I'm like, hold up, what? So she shows me a picture of my profile, like my real profile, with, I shared a video in Diamond Painting Underground of one of my videos. Like, I shared the link to it. And she's like, I don't know who this woman is. And I was going to confront her or something. She goes, but I thought I'd let you know that she's, you know, trying to steal your identity. And I'm like, and I was going to, like, mess with her. But I was like, no, I don't want her to feel dumb. And I was like, oh, I know. I kind of know her personally. It's my alter ego. And she's like, huh? I'm like, that's me. That's my real page. And she goes, oh my gosh. I'm like, no, it's fine. I appreciate and like the fact that, you know, you were looking out for me. But yes, that's my real page. That's my real, that's me. It's me. And I just thought it was so, like, awesome that somebody is looking out for me enough. Even if it was just a mistake and that she didn't realize what my real name was and stuff, there are people like that out there looking out for me because, you know, they care about me as much as I care about my subscribers. So thank you so much for everyone who, you know, looks out for me and sends me messages of, uplifting. Because when you guys message me and tell me about, well, I've been through this whole seizure thing with my child, or, I have some advice for you about, how to deal with Maggie's seizures, or something you should ask your doctors. It really does help me. And again, I try not to use Maggie's condition as like a, pity party thing. If anything you can give me for Maggie, it's information, because where I do know a lot now about seizures, and I've learned a lot from you guys, I also learn a lot from like researching it. So it's also nice to know that, as a parent, I'm not alone in this battle that I'm fighting with Maggie. And a lot of you have come up and said, my child has seizures, or, I dealt with that with my kid when they were little and they've grown out of it. Maggie's going to live a health. That's all my biggest concern, is that Maggie won't be able to live a normal life. And with so many people, commenting and saying, hey, don't worry, she'll have a normal life. She'll grow out of this. Ask your doctor, about this or that. And I do these things, and then, I find out that, yeah, Maggie will grow up to have a normal life. She'll be able to drive. She'll be able to do stuff. And now that she's been seizure-free for this long, I'm like super excited. Like, I'm super excited at the fact that she's going to live a normal life, and it's not going to be a life full of nothing but doctor's appointments and traveling to different states to get treatments and help and all this other fun stuff. And like, I commend parents that have children with these, sicknesses and illnesses and ailments, that is a constant battle, and it's something that they don't grow out of, because just this little thing, which to me it's little. Oh, sorry, I bumped you. To me it's little, but to some people, it's not so little. So like, I do thank you and appreciate you guys for keeping me uplifted when I'm not always, in the best of moods about, over worrying about Maggie, because that happens a lot. I over worry about Orion too, but it's usually like, is he gonna like one day take over the house because he knows more math than me or something? Like, he's an evil genius. Oh, I guess I finished that color, didn't I? Phantom drilling. Alright, so I think I'm going to let you guys go now. Like, for real, let you guys go. I've held you captive long enough. So, yeah, so I should have the unboxing of the Giant Chameleon marker set coming up this week. I also did order some Pebbles chalk. I was talking to Stitcherista, and she got the pan pastels. I'm like, dude, I'm not about that life. But them chalk pebble, those Pebbles chalks, though, like, I can get down with that. Like, can't get down with, like, the whole, like, pan pastel thing. One step at a time. One step at a time. So I was like, I don't want to go that far into it, but the chalk pastels seemed like something that was good for backgrounds for coloring. And, sometimes when you color with marker, if you stop and then start back up again after it dries, you get that wet mark on your page. So I want to try the Pebbles chalk, and I asked her, hey, do you know which set of chalk pastel or chalk pebbles, the Pebbles chalk, I can't talk, which set I should get, because like, I don't want to go out and buy all of them and then use none of them. And she's like, oh, I completely understand, get this one. So I think I got that one, or I might have gotten a different one that I thought I might use more, because I tend to go towards like brighter shades of colors. So either way, it'll be here tomorrow. So yeah, so you have some coloring stuff coming. My darn good yarn box came in, so that was a little short video. I might just set that video to go up on Sunday or Monday. But yeah, like that's a little short video for you guys. Diamond painting. I'm gonna work on this as diligently as I can, but I do have a crochet blanket I'm in the middle of. Like, literally, I just started it and I messed up on a few rows last night, so I had to frog a few rows. But there's the start of the blanket, and as you can see, I just started the design. I was actually at the words on the design and then realized that I messed up, so I had to like frog all those rows to start it all over again, which is what I'm going to be doing after I finish this section of the diamond painting. So yeah, so there's a lot of fun stuff coming to the channel. Also, if you have any suggestions or ideas because a lot of you recently have been asking me to try out different stores on AliExpress. Like, AliExpress must have gotten a surplus of new stores. If there's a store you would like me to try out, obviously you guys know you can always put it down in the comment section. Let's see. like I said, I got the tutorial on coloring grayscale with color pencils. I have using the chameleon markers, coloring a regular page with markers, because I've had a few requests for people to ask me, you know, oh, how do you color, you know, with markers? And I'm like, it's not that difficult, but to me, you know, I just do stuff. So, but I'll show you guys what I colored yesterday. So I colored this yesterday with my Copic markers. When I wait for the kids, I sit and listen to a book and I color. And this is that pocket-sized book that I got from Crafting with Christy. So, yes. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot more coloring stuff on the channel for those that, you know, aren't into that thing. That's fine. Plus, I kind of do like a small talking in my coloring videos anyway, so I don't feel the need to do like a whip and chat with it. I'll keep my whip and chats to diamond painting, like my Wednesday whip and chats, and then like whenever I do tutorials on something, I obviously will chitter chatter in there about whatever, because, you know, again, I never shut up. Also, October 27th. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to go over on the channel, but I'm doing it. So I was approached by Nick and Tina Crafts here on YouTube and asked would I join in on their colorathon, which is kind of like the DP-a-thon, but with coloring. So I was like, sure. And they were like, well, you usually go live on, you know, Friday nights. And I was like, yeah, if I can actually go live on Friday nights at the same time, or if you want me to do it earlier in the day while my kids are at school, you know, that will totally work. But I don't do lives. I try not to do lives and stuff when the kids are home. So I will be going live that night at normal time, but instead of diamond painting, I will be coloring for the colorathon. Now, I have to ask them, because my normal time is 9 to 12. So I have to ask them if I can go 9 to 12, or if they got somebody going right after me, because I don't want to be rude. And if they do have somebody going right after me, I will essentially send those coloring folks over to that live, but I will stay live and I'll pull out my diamond painting and then finish out the night with my diamond painting, because, you know, I don't want to jip myself out of an hour. You guys, you know, love my Friday nights and I love them too. So like, yeah. So yeah, so October 27th for the colorathon, and it's going to be like a Halloween theme, so I'll be coloring something Halloween, and I'm hoping to have my new Halloween book from Alina Lasviera then, because then I'll just color in that, because I just love her artwork. Which, if you don't know who that is, that's the Mindful Monday this past week. I did one of her images, and the last coloring thing I did one of her images as well. So but yeah, so yes, I will try to remember to put that picture in from Christy Duggar. What else did I have to try to remember? I gotta put that picture in from Christy Duggar to show, I'll put it in now, and then like if I happen to have a video up Friday or something, like I'll figure it out. Either way, you'll see an update from Christy Duggar, because she finished Cherry Blossom. That was the tree she was working on from Diamond Art Club, and now she's working on the Disney Princesses. Again, she said that the symbol clarity is a little or the symbol clarity was good, but the canvas quality is still, like, you know, a little janky. So she's working that up for us. So again, huge thank you to Christy Duggar. Thank you to all of you who watched this entire video, because it was long. It was a long one. That and my power went out, and I gotta go check the power on all my stuff, and my lights are blinking all over the place over here. Like, world destruction's happened back here, and I'm just sitting here chit-chatting with you guys. Either way. So yeah. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down at this point. I don't give a crap. If you're not already a subscriber and would like to subscribe, please feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell and make sure it says all, so you can be notified whenever I decide to randomly put up a video. Believe me, sometimes it's random. With that said, I'm going to bid you adieu and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, again, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. So, yeah, I'm going to bow out now. I have to go life, and I hope you got a lot of work on your project done as well. As you can see, I got a good portion of my little section here done. So I'm going to finish off this section, and then I'm going to start diamond painting, or crocheting, because I'm already diamond painting. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I guess I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, please do remember to always try. Be kind. Be courteous. Be cool. Bye, guys.